Yeah, it's Pop and Peeps. Steph77 here today for episode 13 of Spellbound Schoolgirls. And holy shit, I can't believe that we're already at near the end. I just finished recording the Sora ending for Welcome to Folklore Manor not even 20 minutes ago. And yeah, I'm just shocked about how far we've come. Anyways, let's just get back into the story. I blink at the key in my palm, just to be certain. I open and close my hand a few times, but no matter how many times I do, the key is still there. It's real. I found it. I really found it. Wait. Before the excitement overwhelms me, I forcibly calm myself down. Don't let yourself get disappointed. First, the size. That was something mine noticed before. The keys wouldn't even fit in the lock. Sorry, hiccups. I studied the key a bit more carefully. It definitely seems like this key would fit in the door. Looks old enough, too. Despite my best efforts, the excitement comes rushing back. This really could be it. There's only one way to find out for sure. I slip the key into the pocket of my uniform. I'm about to leave when I remember the pile of books on the floor. With far less care than I should, I shelve as many books as I can. I pause to check them afterwards. The order, it's good enough, I guess. With that settled, I make my way out of the barrier and immediately feel relieved. Even without magic, it still feels uncomfortable. Mai's the first one to spot me. She hurries over. Any luck? She's maintaining a great poker face, but there are hints of anxiety on her expression. Instead of answering, I take out the key and grin. I think you can go ahead and start calling me a pro treasure hunter now. Mai stares at the key blankly before a dazzling smile blossoms across her face. She gestures for Kana and Haruna to come over. Kana is stunned when she sees the key and Haruna reacts with a small smile. Wait, let's not get too carried away. Are we sure it's the right one? You doubt my great key finding skills? I'm managing my expectations. I can't fault her for that. After all, I did the same thing. I think it's probably the key we're looking for. They wouldn't put this much security around it otherwise. Kana nods enthusiastically. There aren't any other things this school would try to hide so well. Still, yeah, I'll celebrate after we test it out. I can almost see the effort it's taking her to keep her expectations low. Having the last set of keys turn out useless must have really affected her. Should I say something to her, or get one of the others too? Get Kana to encourage Mai. I could try to do it myself, but I think Kana would have the biggest effect. Right. Kana, you take this one. Mai needs cheering up. Wait, Austin, I'm fine. I agree. Kana should do it. I don't want to put her on the spot, but premium choices and all that. Haruna? No, I really don't. Kana nods to herself as if trying to boost her resolve. I get it. There's nothing to get. I'm fine. You don't have to push. Her argument is cut off when Kana pulls her into a tight hug. Mai freezes. Wow. It seems to be super effective. Mai fainted. Kana won the battle. Okay, enough with the Pokemon references. Just because my channel is named after a Pokemon doesn't mean I have to reference it. I like when a cat that's been called to you suddenly jumps into your lap. It's going to be okay. While mumbling that, Kana strokes Mai's back as if she were a child. Mai still hasn't moved an inch. Are you okay there, Mai? So, when the human body is exposed to too much happiness, it can't move. Amazing. What a discovery. No, I'm sure it's just you. While Maya assures her that she's fine, Kana finally pulls away. Sorry. Seems like I made you guys worry. Don't mind it. Everyone needs a pick-me-up once in a while. Things will work out, Mai. We have a tendency to make them. Mai nods and takes the keys from me. Let's go. I'm feeling good about this one. With Mai in the lead, we leave the library. We briefly considered waiting until tomorrow to try the key, but absolutely not. The suspense would kill me. I'd really like to see it now, if possible. That settles that then. The guards haven't started the patrol just yet, so we slip into the school easily. I really thought that I was getting better at finding my way around here. Do you still get lost? Usually I don't, but the school looks entirely different at night. I almost got lost when I was running from the guards last time, too. We arrive at the unused classroom. Nice, the camouflage is still good. I'm genuinely amazed this worked. Where the door should be, tables and chairs are stacked on top of each other. We consider using magic to hide the door, but changed our minds halfway through. Just like there are spells to counter invisibility, there are spells to reveal hidden things. The risk of the door being found is too big. Haruna and I move the chairs and desks out of the way. With a stiff expression, Mai approaches the door. Rather than open it, though, she stares at the handle. Something wrong, Mai? Mai lets out a weak laugh. Nothing. I am nervous, I guess. My dream's right in front of me, and it's a little intimidating. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. I can drink some water to that. Because I don't have Mountain Dew, and I don't drink alcohol. That's what people say, isn't it? Wow, you really sounded like a life Wow, you really sounded like a life coach there, Haruna. Can I hire you? I'm way out of your price range, Austin. That means your advice is extra trustworthy, Mai. It's going to be fine. Take the plunge. We're right behind you. Mai nods and then suddenly turns and pushes the key towards me. Here. Here what? Thinking about it now? You found the key. You should use it. Huh? Are you two fine with that? Haruna shrugs. I don't particularly mind as long as we go in. I'm fine with it if that's what you want, Mai. There you go. She drops the key into my hand. I'm still a bit confused. Do I open the door myself or tell Mai she should? It was given to me, so I'll do it. It feels a bit awkward being put on the spot like this. Mai grins as she slips behind me. Too much pressure? No. Your voice went high. Your voice went quite high there. It didn't. You can do it, Austin. I'm unlocking a door. I'd be pretty depressed if I couldn't. I move the key towards the lock and immediately feel a weird sensation. As if the keyhole and the key are magnets, they attract each other slightly. Well, at least we know it's the right key for sure now. I slip the key into the keyhole and turn it. A clear, shattering sound fills the room as if glass was broken. The sound. A barrier broke. Oh, sorry, that was a question. A barrier broke? Runes on the door's surface glow and then fade away. The door swings open. We stand in front of the doorway for a full minute before anyone says anything. It opened. Yep, it really did. No tricks. No second door that needs another key. It just opened. Just like that. I'm about to cheer when I remember we're supposed to be sneaking around. Sucks we can't really celebrate much right now. Just do it internally. That's what I'm doing. Confetti, cartwheels, and backflips. My head's full of stuff right now. Haruna barely holds back a rare laugh. Should we go in now? Mai tries to wipe the satisfied smirk off her face, but it doesn't work. I'll be honest. The smart thing to do would be to turn back and regroup. Haruna nods. That would definitely be wise. And if we weren't feeling all that wise, we'd rush in right now. I can't say I'm feeling very wise. Honestly, me neither. Same here. We all look at Mai, who seems to be agonizing over our situation. Okay, let's rush in. We let out a hushed cheer. But we need to do at least the bare minimum of preparation. I doubt the treasure is just waiting there for us to take it. Do you think it's guarded? Guarded, trapped, cursed. It wouldn't be a surprise if it was all three, actually. Mai carefully closes the door, then locks it. There are countermeasures against things like that, but they need preparation in advance. I suggest we head back to the dorms, grab whatever we need, then come back. What about the guards? If we keep the lights off and close the door, she shoots a glare at me and I quickly look away. Then we should be fine. They have no reason to search every class. Then I think I should go get my broom. You think there'll be room to fly around in there? Kana considers it. Maybe. If it's cramped, I can just leave it here. I'll head out with you then. There's some things I need to pick up from the committee room. Austin, what about you? I'm probably just getting my wand. Okay. Haruna? Nothing comes to mind, but I'll go check in a bit. Alright, let's go, Kana. Okay. The two of them leave the room. I almost follow, but I notice Haruna isn't moving. She keeps her gaze firmly locked on the door, like it might disappear. Haruna, you okay? It's nothing, I think. You think? It's hardly a serious issue. I just wish I could have done more for Mai. Speaking of which, she turns to me with a gentle smile. Thanks for all your help. You really played a big part in all of this. The praise is nice, especially coming from Haruna. Though, I don't think she's being fair to herself. Should I just take the compliment or correct her? Huh? This is a surprise. What is? You're usually really level-headed, so I never expected you to make a mistake like this. Haruna frowns as she sinks into thought. I made a mistake? Are you sure? I'm positive, and it's a pretty big one. I grin and point at her. You're really underselling yourself. Haruna lets out a sigh. That's what you meant. You don't seem convinced at all. I'm not. I haven't done much in the grand scheme of things. If you ask me, I doubt Mike could have managed if you weren't here. You regularly keep her from overworking herself. You make sure she keeps to deadlines. Anyone could do that. It doesn't have to be me. I shrug. You're right. Anyone could, but only you did. You're one of the few people she lets help her. I doubt she'd have welcomed us as easily if it weren't for you. You warmed her up to the idea of having friends. And without any friends to rely on, I doubt she'd have pushed herself this much. You really do have a way with words. If it helps out my friends, I'll take that as a compliment. Besides, it's not like you've only been helping her out. I'm class committee chairwoman. Helping people out is my job. Chasing after Leela was your job? Haruta flinches like she's received a critical blow. What about giving me extra lessons? Another flinch. She glares at me as if she's been wronged. Why can't you be this sharp in class? I stagger. That was a good counter, but I'm not giving up. You can attack my grades as much as you want. My point still stands. You're way too hard on yourself, Haruna. Keeping the peace in class and the behind the scenes support you give Mai, if we add up just those things, you've definitely done more than me. You're really determined to be supportive, aren't you? Should I stop? Haruna smiles lightly. I didn't say I hate it. Haruna suddenly smiles at the door. We're just a small step away from Mai's dream. It's about time. A thought suddenly occurs to me. Huh. Don't take this the wrong way, but have you ever thought about competing with Mai? You mean like being a rival or something? Basically. Well, I've definitely thought about it, but it's never appealed to me. I'm happy enough making sure my friend gets what she wants. There's a lot of kindness I'm trying to pay back to her. I can't help but admire her. She's... Strictness aside, you're a great friend, Haruna. Strictness aside, he says, where did this come from? Just something I picked up from watching you. I just hope you'll take care of yourself too. Meaning, find a dream for yourself. You know, something you can chase when this is over. I suppose that couldn't hurt. Aim for the stars. Now you sound like a life coach. Haruna finally seems ready to leave. Alright, shall we be off? Sure. I was waiting for you anyway. In case the guard showed up and you need to turn invisible? Exactly. At least you're honest. The two of us carefully make our way out of the school. We quickly arrive at the dorms. When we arrive at the dorms, I quickly get my wand. I chuck up on Haruna on the second floor, but... Go back without me? What? I'm making sure there's nothing I need. There's no reason to wait for me. Fair enough. Will you be okay by yourself? Yes. Probably. You have a talent for making me uneasy. In the end, it isn't that hard to sneak back into the school. Like Mai expected, the guards don't monitor the unused areas of the school much. When I slip into the room, Mai is already there. She raises an eyebrow at my return. You made it back? Alone? Okay, I'm going to need everyone to stop doubting me now. Mai chuckles. I'm teasing you. I don't think there's a single person on our team that doubts you. Pretty impressive considering where I started. I remember. That seems like forever ago. You're not the same idiot that tried to sneak past a magic barrier. In my defense, I didn't know it was magic. If you'd read the school rules, I was busy coping with the fact that my classmates were riding brooms. It was a hectic day. Mai gives me a sympathetic look. I'll accept that. You went through a lot. And I didn't really lighten the load when he asked you to help us. I shrugged. It's not like I had any other plans. Still, Mai meets my eyes with an earnest expression. Thanks. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. And I'd be living an incredibly boring life right now without you. I stopped thinking this was a one-way exchange. I grin and give her a little bow. Thanks for all the help, Mai. I expect her to play along like always, but she's fidgety all of a sudden. Looking away, she starts to mumble. I said I was going to do it, so... Wait, maybe it would be weird. What would be weird? Hold on, I'm weighing the pros and cons. Okay? After a few more seconds of arguing with herself, she faces me. Okay, this is just a ward, remember that. I don't know what I completely forget what I was going to say. My mind is too busy trying to process the sensation of my hugging me. This is what's happening, right? She didn't trip or something? The light squeeze around my body confirms that this is, in fact, a hug. Equal parts happiness and anxiety batter in my brain. How is this happening? With great effort, I successfully remember her words and am able to calm down. A reward, huh? Yep, that's what this is. Her expression is hidden by the hug. As rewards go, this is pretty great. And it all worked out. I'm not sure why the hug lingers for longer than I expect it to. One of us should obviously let go, but neither of us seem to want to. Eventually, though, we do separate a bit. Naturally, our faces end up quite close together. Normally, I wouldn't pay any mind, but yeah, being this close confirms it. She's really pretty. I can't look away from her. This makes it easy to tell that Mai's staring at me too. Blushing slightly, she's studying my face as much as I am hers. My heart rate skyrockets. Wait, is this a signal? I could be reading the situation wrong, but should I take a chance at Gizzard or keep pulling away? And an image of the potential awkwardness flashes past my mind. Yep, it's not worth it at all. I gently pull away. The hug was enough. I haven't lost anything. I noticed Mai blinking as if she's surprised for some reason. The others are really taking their time, huh? Huh? Right. They are. Yeah. Luckily, the others arrive just before the odd atmosphere becomes too much. Kana enters the room with her broom in hand. Haruna, however, doesn't seem to have brought anything. Haruna shrugs. I realize that my magic is enough for most things. You're not wrong. Mai clears her throat. Alright, without further delay, let's set off. She turns the key and opens the door. With Mai in the lead, we descend down the dark stairs of the basement. The deeper we go, the damper and colder the air feels. It feels like the ground's leveled out. A tunnel? Seems so. There's an opening up ahead. Sure enough, a little bit away, the tunnel seems to open up. The moment we leave the tunnel, I spot a massive statue that reaches the ceiling. An ugly face, bat wings and large fans. Is that a gargoyle? Kana stares at it in awe. Shit, trying to pop his head. It really is. Look past it. We follow her gaze and notice a set of wooden double doors behind the statue. That's a relief. I thought it was a dead end. So, we just go around the statue? I frown. Austin, what's wrong? No, it's just in games. Isn't this the point where the gargoyle? The ground shudders. With scraping joints, the statue starts to move. It's moving? Kana seems to be the only surprised one. I knew it. Of course. I don't want to believe it would happen. With a mighty roar, the gargoyle takes a step towards us, then charges. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 13 of Spellbound Schoolgirls. This has been Teflosion797, and I'm out of the house. Bye.